we're going to take a look at the newest way to get a contact page into your website. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to go to plugins and we're going to add a plugin. And so with adding a plugin, I am going to type in essential add-ons. And this is the plugin that I'm going to install, and I'm on the day that I'm creating this video, I'm doing it because Essential Add-ons was just updated a day ago, and it did change a process that was in a previous video. So I wanted to show you how to do it now. So we will install, and don't confuse Essential Add-ons with Ultimate Add-ons. So be careful that you understand they're two different plugins that we want to use. So let's activate our Essential Add-ons. And we are going to do a little bit of configuration, so we're going to proceed to the next step. We're just going to do the basic. And here we are going to go down and look for Contact Form 7. And we are going to toggle this on. And we are going to click Next. Next. Now, if you want to, you could enable some templates and blocks. The templates could give you some interesting pages that could be used for the future. And if they're free, you could use them. I definitely teach the designing your own pages format, but you've already designed hopefully a home page and an about page. And if you want to use a template to work on another page, you could do that. All right, so I'm just going to say enable here. But you'll ignore the Gutenberg because we don't use Gutenberg. We're not going to do any of these integrations, so we're just going to say finish. Okay, we have one more plugin that we need to install. So let's go to plugins. And we're going to add, and we're going to add Contact Form 7. This is one of the most common contact forms. It's updated fairly recently, fairly often, and their updates are usually pretty minor. So like this one was updated a week ago, but it's minor changes to it, so it's pretty consistent. It doesn't change as much as some other plugins do. All right, so now we have some new plugins here, which is great. What we're going to do next for our contact page is we're going to go to Pages. We're going to add a new page. And we are going to call this Contact. We'll publish. Once we have the Essential Add-ons plugin, we're going to want to add another plugin. So remember, if we go to Plugins and Add Plugins, or if we're on the Plugins page, we just click Add Plugin. And we are going to look for the plugin Contact Form 7. We're going to install and activate. Great. The next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to add a page. So we are going to add a page. We're going to call it Contact, and we are going to publish, and then we are going to edit with Elementor. All right, now that we're here, we are going to click here, choose a flex box. We just need one column, one row, and we're going to put one of the elements in there, the widget, and we are going to look for contact form 7. So that is going to show up in just a second. It should show up. We are going to select contact form 1, which is kind of a default that contact form 7 has. And this is how it looks. But you can change what this looks like. So, for example, if we wanted to change how these labels look, like your name, your email, the subject, your message, those are called labels, and we could change that. So let's go to Style, and you're going to see that we have down here labels, and then we could pick if we want to have the text to be, let's say we want to use some of the formatting. Here we choose that we want it in that purple, and then let's say we wanted to have a different font there. We could pick the heading. Oh, that's really big. We probably wouldn't want the heading font, but maybe the body copy font. And so we could change that. We could change what the button looks like. Right now it just looks like that, so we can go down to the submit button, and for the background color we could choose where, when it's in its normal state, maybe we make it that blue color, and then when it's in a hover state we could make the background color pink. And the text color, let's make, when the text is in hover, let's see, let me do one sec. So my normal state, I'm going to go back to the normal state and text color. I'm going to make that pink. And then when it's in the hover state, I'm going to make it that blue. So then it will be the opposite there. That's pretty good. Now if I wanted to, I'm gonna X this out. I don't like this little menu there. Okay, let's say I wanted to change what, have a background to this container perhaps. I click the tic-tac-toes, I go to Style, I can go to Classic, and we could pick a color for the background, and let's make it the yellow. And so that will give us a color in the background. So these are just some different things that we can make change. We could also have a background on the whole page, which if we go to Page Settings and we go to Style, background type, if we come here, we could make the whole page, let's say that pink. So you can do little things to make your contact page look nice, but I love making this page because it doesn't take very long, and it can, you can easily customize it to match your colors. Okay, so that is working with this, and so then we would make all these, we would save these changes, we'd do publish if we wanted to save it. Now I'm going to actually delete this in a minute so the student's website won't have this thing that I created. They can make their own. But anyways, that I just wanted to show you a few of those things. And the other thing, I had somebody just ask me about, do you have to have this word contact here, the name of your page? And you actually don't. If you're in this page settings where you've clicked on the gear, there's something called hide title, and you could say yes, hide the title, and then it's gone. There's the title and there's hide title. And so you're welcome to do that. And Anyway, so that gives you some ideas of how you could customize it. Let's say that you wanted to change the labels on the contact form. Let's say you wanted to ask for people's phone numbers. You can't do it from Elementor. We have to go somewhere else for that. So let's get out of Elementor, exit to WordPress, and you are going to see that you have a contact form. So let's click on that, and here's the contact form 1, and this is what we are going to edit. And this is not editing it inside of Elementor. This is actually a little bit of coding here, but it's pretty straightforward. Well, it's I guess it's straightforward if you understand what they're asking for. Okay, so what we're going to do is we want to add your phone number in here, but I'm going to start out, because I don't want to code it all from scratch, I'm going to copy one here, and I am going to add some spaces. I'm going to paste this in, and now I don't want it to have the second subject label here, so I need to get rid of this little bit of coding here. I'm going to just highlight and delete that, and then I'm going to come up here where I can add a tag, so tel for telephone number, and so if you see telephone number, and we're going to insert that tag, and now I'm going to highlight subject, and I'm going to type in your phone number. Then we are going to save, and let's go over here. We're going to refresh and make sure that it has actually saved that, and it looks like it should. Yes, your phone number is now on there. So that is how we change the labels, is we have to come and do it in this contact form, which includes coding, but as long as you just copy, paste, and then add the correct tag and type what you want it to say up here, then you're golden. All right, can't wait to see your contact page.